There have been plenty of Sonic games that have been released over the years, but some of which weren't received that well at all. There's no denying that some terrible Sonic games exist, and although for every critical success like Sonic Mania, the franchise has had some depressing games like Sonic Unleashed. That said, the years have been tough for the Sonic team to say the least. Still, there are some weirder games from the series like Sonic R and Tails Sky Patrol that still get a lot of love from the fans. Even Sonic 06 manages to have a cult following thanks to how wacky it is, and there are some Sonic games that are just so undeniably bad that no one is looking to play them again for any reason. That said, we're here today looking at the top 10 worst Sonic the Hedgehog games that have ever been released. And of course, just before we do go into the video, if you do like this type of content and you would like to see some more top 10 videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button and of course, like the video. We do also stream over on Twitch. I will leave all the links within the description box below. And with all that said, let's get into the list. These are the top 10 worst Sonic the Hedgehog games of all time. Number 10. Sonic the Hedgehog's Game World. Most Sega fans forget that the Sega Pico even exists, which to some extent is kind of a shame. In terms of edutainment-style consoles, the Sega Pico was one of the very best. Still, fans who are looking to play every Sonic game that has ever been made are likely going to be disappointed when playing Sonic the Hedgehog's Game World. The game itself is of good quality for the Pico, but these minigames are literally meant for small children and are bound to bore fans. Number 9. Sonic the Fighters. With Super Smash Bros. Being one of the best fighting games out there, Sonic fans might hope the franchise's own foray into the genre might be equally as fun. Their hopes would be quickly dashed away, as this Virtua Fighter clone was okay in arcades but has plenty of broken strategies and characters for players that dig in deeper. This game doesn't give fans a reason to play it more than once. Number 8. Sonic Shuffle. Sonic Shuffle is a Dreamcast game that we're glad is stuck there indefinitely. There are countless better party games than Sonic Shuffle, with mini-games that are actually fun and not horribly confusing. The saddest thing though, however, is that the game does have a story, albeit a weird one, but who's going to get a friend to volunteer to play the game in order to see it? Number 7. Shadow the Hedgehog. Take Sonic the Hedgehog and make him 20% edgier. This seemed to be the general premise behind Shadow the Hedgehog. The game had players able to use literal guns for the first time in a Sonic title, and then made the shooting controls sloppy and terrible to even use. One of the worst parts of the game is that the players have to get all the default endings to access one of the true endings to the game. It's a good job that we live in a world with YouTube today, so Sonic fans will never have to suffer through that grind again. Number 6. Sonic and the Black Knight. When gamers think of unresponsive controls, they're sure to think of this title, Sonic and the Black Knight, in order to swing Sonic's sword, but with combat being so repetitive, few players would even want to. The missions in the game were so pitifully easy, making the game boring to play, and as a result, not many people are going to spend hours trying to make motion controls work for a very lackluster game. Number 5. Sonic Labyrinth. Built to be on the slow, anyone who tried Sonic Labyrinth as their first game in the franchise would be utterly confused that Sonic games promise speedy gameplay. What's worse is that the gamer has a timer for each level, making the sluggish movement in the game that much more unbearable. The only thing Sonic fans will be racing to after playing this Game Gear title is to go and play something else. Number 4. Sonic's Schoolhouse. Many famous franchises tried making edutainment games, hoping that the mascot recognition could help them sell, while at the same time giving parents a positive impression. Sonic's Schoolhouse was Sega's attempt to dive into the genre. Players don't even get to control Sonic and instead play as various animal characters, and the choice for Sonic's voice acting is questionable, as well as the minigames presented in the title being very boring compared to other edutainment titles of the era. Number 3. Sonic Free Riders. This sequel should have been cancelled before it was even created. A hoverboard game with motion control sounds fun on the surface, but Sonic Free Riders showed that it was horrific in practice. This game is one of the most broken Kinect games that has ever existed. Number 2. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. This Wii U exclusive Sonic game was a hot mess, a game that has more bugs than a hive of wasps, and additionally just about as much fun as one. Being able to indefinitely jump may be fun for speedruns, but does make the game broken for casual players. The game had abysmal sales which permanently hurt the Sonic Boom brand, although Sonic Boom Fire and Ice was a slightly better title, but that's not too hard to do in comparison to Rise of Lyric. Number 1. Sonic Jam. This game was a failed concept produced by Tiger Electronics back in 1997. This poorly named console was supposed to compete against the Game Boy with its internet connectivity. With all of its other flaws, it may come to no surprise that Sonic's life on this console was absolutely atrocious. On the surface, the game is depressingly sluggish, and its poorly pasted together level designs made certain routes completely impossible. This game was designed so poorly that it's no wonder most Sonic fans have forgotten this game even exists. And so there you pretty much have it. That was our list of the top 10 worst Sonic games of all time. So what did you think of the list? Do you feel that there were any games missing from our top 10? Or perhaps that you think that there were some games on this list that actually weren't too bad at all? If so, do let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I would love to hear them. And of course, not forgetting that if you do like this type of content and you would like to see some more top 10 videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button and of course, like the video. I will also leave some more top 10 videos at the end of this video if you would like to check them out. Thanks very much for watching guys, and I will see you all next time.